I need a pre-roll. I need something that does a countdown. Alrighty. It is, like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then like introducing. It's like Ed McMahon did with Johnny Carson. How's it going? Alrighty. So good evening, everyone. It is Thursday, September 19, 2019. How are you? Good evening. Good day. How's it going? Hope you had a great day. Hope you had a great Thursday. It was busy Thursday for me. A lot of standing on my feet, walking around, which is what I love to do. I'd rather be in the game than sitting on the bench watching. Trust me, I don't like being on the bench. And my brother and I came to that conclusion last night. We both don't like. We like being in the game, being part of the action. If we're not part of the action, it irritates us. It bugs us to no end. So just so you know, it was a great day. So good evening. How are you? It's Thursday, and it's Lessons in Leadership Thursday. That's what it is. This is there we go. I had to get the title up there. Let's have a chat for Thursday, September 19, 2019. I'm Dave Guerra, and it is Lessons in Leadership. That's what we talk about every Thursday, Lessons in Leadership. So because we had a technical difficulty, I know I'm cheating, but I'm trying not to. But again, to make up for Tuesday, we had the technical difficulty, the issue, the camera issue on Thursday. If you got to see the live, you got to see the live. And we had some camera issues. But we've addressed that, and that's been taken care of, and everything's back to normal. So, not Tuesday. Was that Monday? No. Yeah, it was Tuesday. It was Tuesday. And here, so I'm going to just spin it around, make it for today, Lessons in Leadership, because it is that important. I do want to talk about that, and it's a great one. In the notes, the notes wherever they post, it talks about getting found out, knowing your limit, know when to say when. Folks, it happens. It happens all the time. It happens in business. It happens in sports. It happens in rock and roll. It happens all the times in motion pictures. It happens in all facets of life. It happens in all industries. It's at some point, you know what, you're going to get found out, or enough's enough, or you've overstayed your welcome. And when that happens, what do you do? How do you overcome it? And it's not just more the leaders, it's more of everyone, because it happens to everyone. Some people, and I'm not saying that it's people get found out, but eventually sometimes people will take a little step too much of a step and end up in the deep end of the pond thinking they were in the shallows. And well, they don't know how to recover from that. So let's talk about that first. After an 0-2 start, New York Giants quarterback Eli Manning has been benched. And well, he should have seen the writing on the wall, because in this case with him, his days as a top tier quarterback have come to an end. And it wasn't like it was slowly slipping away. No, it like, here I am, top tier quarterback. And then boom, there we go. 2019. He went off the edge. And it happens. It might just be time to go ahead and retire and join his brother in those commercials. So again, it happens, but he got benched, and that's not a good way to go. You're a starting quarterback and you get benched. The writing is on the wall, so be ready for that. And because it was Tuesday, by now it's pretty much a done deal in the not necessarily done, but because it is stalling out. Tropical storm Imelda hit Texas. It hit the Houston area, the Harris County area, and the same thing there. The writing was on the wall. It's the hurricane season. Sure, they didn't have, because where I'm at in deep South Texas, we thought we were going to get part of it. We got nothing but clear skies because of what it did and turned. But it's hurricane season. And in Texas, you prepare for hurricane season. Whether you get a hurricane or not, you're always prepared for hurricane season. And after Harvey and Rita and all the other storms behind that, Ike, oh man, it's brutal. It's brutal. So what did the city do? What did the counties do? What did the local businesses do? What did the general population do to prepare for now Tropical Storm Imelda that landed? So we're going to find out. We're going to see what they did and didn't do to prepare for this. And was it a good thing? So we're going to see that. That's how they're going to get found out. That leadership, that initiative, that, well, we can't let this happen again. And we saw it. And now are we seeing it again? So we'll find out. And then the funniest one, and it's also terrible. I mean, it's funny in the sense that seriously people think that way, that this is the 21st century and people are still thinking that way. A sheriff has been indicted on attempted murder. or hiring somebody to kill one of his deputies. Apparently, his deputy recorded the sheriff making some derogatory racial comments, and they were recorded. Well, this day and age, there's cameras everywhere. There's cameras everywhere. I mean, you can't swing a dead cat without hitting a camera. In my street, here in the 3 blocks of my street, I guarantee you I pretty much have coverage all the way through. If I start on one end and walk all the way to the other, on both sides of the street, that I'm covered, because people have security cameras. They have that doorbell ring camera. They have their own phones. They have phones they have video cameras in their cars, in their vehicles. So at any given date, any given time, I could walk up and down and be recorded. And there I can account for my whereabouts. But that's just the nature of life. That's just the nature of the way things are. That's just the nature of living in the 21st century. We now have cameras everywhere. So for the sheriff to think that he was safe and not being recorded, well, it's nonsense. You're going to get recorded. It's going to happen. I'm recording myself right here, right now. It's happening. 2, for the sheriff to resort to finding somebody to kill the deputy. Now, don't worry, the deputy was never harmed. It never got to that point. The sheriff got found out, and he got discovered. And, well, he got indicted. He's in jail. He got bailed out, I think. But pretty much, he's going to trial, attempted murder of your deputy, because they have a video of you saying something bad. Holy moly. Just expect that to happen. Expect that to be the case. This is the 21st century. If you're living in a different time, a different place, then it might as well be the 18th century or the 17th century, because, this is what's happening now. This is the standard now. And then to behave like that, a man in that position, very well, how do you say it? He's out there in the public eye. He's observed. He's constantly being observed. So they start seeing him for who he is now, who he truly is. So he'd been hiding his past, and now it comes out. So now they know who they've elected and who they have as sheriff. And then, and then I heard on NPR today, the same thing. You're going to get found out. It's going to happen. In Mississippi, this family driving through Mississippi on the way back, either back or from their home state of South Carolina, Latino family got pulled over by a sheriff's deputy in this county, and they were asked to prove that they were U.S. citizens. They were threatened. They were subjected to multiple searches, the whole 9 yards, over again. And nobody stopped to think, wait a minute, well, maybe we're doing something wrong here. Maybe things just aren't right. But nobody thought about that. So now guess what? They got investigated. They got found out. Now they went to court, but they settled. The sheriff's department had to settle. Again, what happens? Where's the leadership there? Where's the leadership in getting found out? Where's the leadership in doing what you did? All 3 of them, all 4 of these cases. Texas, Harris County, and all the Galveston and all of that area. East Texas, Eli Manning, that sheriff, this situation. Again, sometimes, and know when enough's enough. Know your limitations. Know where you're going. Know where you've been. Know what you want to do. And understand that no matter what, you're going to get found out. It's much like somebody leaves a job for something and say, oh, it's a better job. All right, no problem. Because you know somebody at that other place. That's a great job. But then come to find out that at that other job, well, no, at the job you left, you got found out. You weren't doing what you were supposed to be doing. And then so it trickles down now at the new location, the new job. They're putting you to the test because you sold yourself. And guess what? Now you can't deliver. You cannot deliver. What does that say about you? Obviously, you didn't know your limits. Obviously, you thought you were not going to get found out. Well, guess what? You got found out, and you're being found out. And it happens. It happens all the time. So, folks, there's no need to pull punches. There's no need to oversell yourself. Sell yourself for who you are. And when they get what they get, it's because you told them this is who you are. So what they see is what they get, as opposed to you selling yourself so high that you can do all these things, X, Y, and Z, and come to find out you can't even do A, B, and C. And that's what happens. So, folks, what do? Well, like I said, you don't oversell. You don't overpromise if you only underdeliver. How about underpromising and overdeliver? That's a great idea. That's a great idea. Knowing yourself, knowing your limitations, and understand that there's no shame in saying, you know what, maybe I've reached the limit. There's no shame in that. And the only shame is the shame you give yourself, because everybody else will be looking forward to you delivering, and then you cannot deliver. So where's the shame there? The shame's on you because you've tried to fool people and you got found out. And the same thing happens here. You tried to intimidate people. You try to bury the truth. And when it's time to when steel's on target, when the moment of truth comes out, and it's time to pay the piper. If you're found lacking, guess what? You're gone. And it's just that simple. It's just that simple. So folks, don't overpromise, but do overdeliver. I'm Dave Guerra. This is Let's Have a Chat. Today is Thursday, September 19, 2019. Let's have a chat. We're talking about lessons in leadership. I do invite you to follow me on Twitter at Dave Guerra. That's at DaveGuerra. And also, when you get a chance, stop by Instagram and follow me there. That's Dave_Guerra over there. So listen, until tomorrow, we will close out the work week. Have a great one. I'll talk to you soon. Take care and have a good evening.